I'm here with Chef Brian, the head chef on the Polar Star, and we are currently on the Drake Passage coming back from Antarctica. So just wanted to interview the chef and hear a little bit about what life is like on a boat and the food industry as well. So my first question is, what brought you to this career on the boat?
Well, as you know, the food industry is not always an easy life, and I've worked many years in restaurants, and I've come here with my wife. We're the hotel manager, and we work about 6 months on the ship, 6 months off. We have a nice salary, we have a nice life, and so it's mostly a lifestyle thing.
And how many years have you been working on the ship?
5 years.
Amazing. And no seasickness at this point?
No. You know, I mean, I know what to eat and drink and what not to, and you know, it's just kind of one of those things. You still have to work. People still want to eat. They just have that little patch right there, and they think it's the greatest adventure. And even if the boat's going like this and that, you still have to put something out.
Is there increased danger in the kitchen because of that tossing and turning?
Yeah, but you know, just learn to adapt.
That's great. And what inspires your menu selections?
It's just been a culmination of all the places I've worked at, all the places I've traveled with food I'm interested in. Probably just like any other chef, you know, on land. The only things that are different are we have, you know, limitations in space and staffing. So again, just like any other restaurant, so we have to adapt to that. And also, we have a very varied client base, mostly from Europe, U.S., Australia, New Zealand, and then we get people from all over the world.
Yeah.
So we try to do things that are interesting for everybody. So the feedbacks I get is that people don't realize I'm American when we cook, and I take that as a compliment that I'm cooking food that is engaging other people, not just Americans, because that's when you grow up and you know what's a hit with Americans, but also to please British or Europeans, French, Scandinavians.
Yeah, I saw we had panna cotta one night for dessert, and when I saw that, immediately I was thinking this can't be an American chef. So totally, as from the other point of view, I see that as well. How much prep do you do on site versus before the boat takes off?
Everything is for every meal. That's one of our limitations. All of our prep for each meal period is done either in the morning before or the afternoon.
Really? So there's nothing like pre-bought, like all the desserts are made on?
Well, we buy croissants and things like that, but all the bread and just most of the, we buy ice cream. But yeah, everything is done on the ship.
Wow. And is there a huge, where do you store it all,
Right underneath us. Yeah, we have freezers and dry stores and refrigerators.
Yeah. And I might have already answered this, but what would you say is the biggest challenge about creating the menus and working on the boat from a food perspective?
Probably the number one biggest challenge again would be the limitations in space and staffing. And I could go into more really intricate detail on that, and just the execution side of it.
Yeah.
And then the second would be obviously that it's an icebreaker ship, and we're in some pretty remote areas of the world, some pretty rough weather, and so definitely have to think about that when you're planning menus. You can't do certain cake batters when you're in 30-foot seas. so that would be it's almost like an endurance run.
Right.
In that regard.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much. Hopefully we'll be able to take a look at the kitchen. And again, thank you so much for your time.
Sure.
Okay, so here we go to see where all the magic happens.
That's pretty much it.